Restricted stock units, RSU. Let's talk about them, how the mortgage world uses those to qualify somebody who wants to get a home loan. RSUs, they're not just like, oh, you get the stock and good for you, you're done, and here's your income. The reality is it's considered a variable income, like a bonus, and it does take some evaluation. So the RSUs, and if you don't know what that is, it's probably because you don't get them. So oftentimes you see this big publicly traded companies, Amazon, Google, Apple, the tech companies, where they incentivize their employees in terms of not just paying them so much money in terms of salary. They will offer RSUs, restricted stock units. These are different than stock options. RSUs are considered income immediately from a tax standpoint. They are part of what you pay taxes on. Stock options, that's different, not the case. And again, stock options we really can't use in the mortgage world. That's a separate topic. So until those are exercised and the assets are in the bank and all that other stuff, that's a different topic. But RSUs fall under that variable income. And what does that mean? It means there needs to be a proven history of receipt as well as a projected continuance for 3 years. So somebody that just got an RSU, probably not going to work. Typically, the mortgage industry wants to do a 2-year look back. They want to see 2-year history, consistent history in terms of both receiving consistently and consistent in the dollar amount, or at least increasing. There can be instances where, as long as they've received it for 12 months, that can be an option. This can be used for conventional financing, FHA, VA. The guidelines are all going to be a little different. How they, and this recently, I'll say recently changed, but it's changed since I was doing loans, as far as the day-to-day stuff before the team was helping me out. But now it's the apparently 200-day moving average of the stock price. Because like, what if the stock was, $100 yesterday, but the 200-day moving average shows it at $50? You could have a problem, right? That recent increase that's great for this moment in time, but that's not necessarily what it's going to be in the future. Because again, we're trying to predict this variable income and try to make sure that somebody's buying a house with income that they can actually count on and receive consistently and use that for the projected 3 years. So if somebody says RSUs are going to end next year, no dice. I don't care if you received it for 10 years, can't do it. So it's not a like slam dunk if you get them. So if you do have RSUs, do your homework up front, get lots of paperwork, get with the Mortgage Mark team. We'll run all the traps before we get too far down the road to make sure that it doesn't work. So let's do it all up front so we can all sleep well at night, knowing that you are good. But RSUs, restricted stock units, they're awesome. Congratulations for getting them. Let's just make sure we use them to qualify, and they can be used to actually buy or to do a refinance on your home. If you have any questions, call the Mortgage Mark team. As always, when you think mortgage, think Mark.